Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum gave us a whole generation of new Pokemon. But from Turtwig to Arceus, here's my thoughts on each of them. Turtwig. Easily my favorite starter. Usually it's not the grass one, but I really like Turtwig. Grottle. Alright. Doesn't feel as awkward as a middle evolution as most other starter middles do. Torterra. I really like the concept behind Torterra, and it growing a continent on its back. Chimchar. I think Chimchar's overrated. Monferno. I like Monferno more than Chimchar. Infernape. Infernape's really cool. Best one out of the line. Piplup. I love Piplup in the anime. Prinplup. Okay, feels a little awkward now. Empoleon. I don't like how it got the trident on its forehead. Starly. Starly probably has the most personality out of most regional birds. Staravia. It's a bigger Starly. Staraptor. What's with the emo haircut on the top? Starly and Staravia had a curl. Why does Staraptor go full emo punk rock? Bidoof. One of the goats. Bibarel. Kind of climbing on the back of Bidoof's success. Really, if you think about it. Kricketot. I don't like the name. I think Tot is weird. Kricketune. Kricketune's okay. Shinx. I love Shinx. Luxio. Also, great Pokemon. Luxray. Hell yeah. Bidoof. I don't really like it. I never really liked it. I think Bidoof's really weird and awkward. Roserade. Roserade is getting to the too human-esque. Cranidos. Not my favorite fossil Pokemon. Rampardos. Cooler, but still not as great as I'd like it to be. Shieldon. Shieldon looks like a McDonald's toy. Bastiodon. I really like Bastiodon. Burmy. The plant version is the best, the sandy version is weird, and the trash version is cool. Wormadam. Same thing, but sandy's not as bad. Mothim. I think Mothim's really forgettable. Combee. I like Combee. I really like Combee. Vespiquen. Vespiquen is really cool. Pachirisu. Pachirisu is probably my favorite Pikachu clone besides, like, Meryl, if Meryl counts. Weasel. Weasel. Floatzel. I have no opinion on Floatzel, really. Cherubi. Cherubi's okay. Cherim. I don't think either one of Cherim's forms looks like a normal version of the Pokemon. Shellos. Shellos is alright. I like the male and female counterpart. I like how prominent it is. Gastrodon. It's not as much of a change, besides the brown and the green. But I don't like the brown and the green editions all too much. Ambipom. Apom was better. Drifloon. I like Drifloon. Drifblim. Having a balloon evolve into a blimp is, yeah, I get it. But I feel like Drifblim should have been larger. Binary. It's okay. Lopunny. I don't like it. Miss Magius. I don't know how to say this Pokemon's name right. Honchkrow. I think Honchkrow is really cool and is a needed evolution for Murkrow. Glammeow. Okay. Purugly. Yep, that's true. Chingling. I like Chingling. I just think it's unneeded. Stunky. Stunky's alright. I wish it leaned more into the skunk aspect, but it's cool. Skuntank. Also, kind of wish it was just more of a skunk. Bronzor. I really like Bronzor. Bronzong. My first official shiny. I love it. Bonsly. I don't like that Bonsly is a rock type. Mime Jr. I'm not the biggest fan, honestly. Happiny. I feel like Happiny is too much of a change from Chansey and Blissey. Chatot. I really like Chatot. I really like the design with the musical note and the idea behind it. Spiritomb. Creepy, but really cool. Gibble. I like Gibble. Gabite. Gabite feels like the pseudo middle evolution that makes the most sense out of Garchomp. I always never really liked Garchomp. I think he's just okay, personally. Munchlax. I love Munchlax. Riolu. I like Riolu. Lucario. I think Lucario's a bit overrated. Not a bad Pokemon, by any means, but just, really? Lucario's the one that gets all the praise from this generation? Hippopotas. Okay, why are the eyes looking at me like that? Hippowdon. I think Hippowdon is the Hippo Pokemon done correct. Skorupi. Skorupi? Mighty fine Pokemon. Drapion? Also pretty good. I like Drapion a lot. Krogunk. You know, Krogunk's okay. I think the orange circles on its face and its smile makes it look really weird, but I have nothing against it. Toxicroak, I don't like it. Carnivine. I feel like Carnivine's very forgettable. Finneon. It's another fish, isn't it? Luminion. Luminion's better looking than Finneon. They're just both generic fish. Mantike. I don't know why we got a Mantike. Do we really need a baby evolution of Mantine? I don't think so. Snover. Snover's alright. Abomasnow. I really like Abomasnow. I think Abomasnow is really cool. Weavile. Also, I love Weavile. Magnezone. Magnezone is too much of a difference between Magneton and Magnemite for me. Licky Licky. I really don't like it. We should have never gotten it. Lickitung was enough. We didn't need a Licky Licky. Rhyperior. Rhyperior's pretty cool. I feel like it was really needed because Rhydon didn't feel like a final evolution. Tangrowth. It's okay. I just not a big fan of the Tangrowth designs. Electivire. Bigger Electabuzz. Magmortar. I think Magmortar's pretty cool. It's the needed evolution for Magmar. Togekiss. Togekiss is okay. Yanmega. Yanmega is cool. It was needed for Leafeon. I love Leafeon. Glaceon just beating it out at the number 3 spot. I love Glaceon too. Gliscor. I forgot there was a Gliscor. Mamoswine. I like Mamoswine. I like the evolution of the design, but I just would never use him on a team. Not for me personally. Porygon Z. Hell yeah. Gallade. I don't really like Gallade too much. I think Gallade was an okay addition, but switching to the fighting style just didn't do it for me. Probopass. Needed, but it looks way too much like a lot of people. Dusknoir. I really like Dusknoir. I've never used Dusknoir while playing through a game, but I think I should. Frostlass. I don't like it. Rotom. I like the concept behind Rotom, but the Rotom dex really pissed me off, and now I'm starting to like the Pokemon less, as now I'm just thinking about it. Uxie. Probably the worst out of the Lake Spirits. Mesprit. Probably the best. Azelf. The most mid. Dialga. Ooh, Dialga's really cool. Actually, the reason that I chose Diamond. Palkia. Palkia's okay. I just think the design's a little weird, and compared to Dialga, it's worse. Heatran. I forget that Heatran exists. I think it's just a forgettable legendary. Regigigas. Ugh. It's just... There's so much potential there for, like, the father of all Regis. But its ability and its design just didn't do it justice. But I like the idea. I like the idea. Giratina. Giratina's so cool. Cresselia. Cresselia's okay. Fion. I don't really like Fion. Manaphy. Also, not the biggest fan. Darkrai? Whew. The best legendary from this generation. Shaman? Quite the change between Darkrai. From Darkrai to Shaman. But I like Shaman. I don't like its Skyform, though, nearly as much. And then Arceus. I really like Arceus. I don't like how it's a llama stuck in a fence. At least that's what it looks like. But Arceus is really cool, and I like how it can change into any typing. And those are my thoughts on all the Gen 4 Pokemon. It's a very confused Pokédex, I feel, with having a decent amount of legendaries and basically being a recover from the past 3 generations. Kind of how Gen 2 was, with Gen 2 just adding a lot of baby Pokemon and more evolutions for Generation 1. As Gen 4 added a lot more baby Pokemon and final evolutions for Gens 1, 2, and 3. Overall, not a bad generation, but it could have used a lot more creative ideas and new ideas compared to branching off from what has already been.